Yeah, yeah, yeah. Today we'll look at one of the most important traders or investors of our times, Mark Minervini. This particular person, he has won U.S. championship for U.S. investing championships for two times, and then he started mentoring newbies, new investors, and he has been very successful in mentoring people. And eventually, so many of his students have actually made it to the winners of U.S. investing championship. That also includes a lot of Indians, names like Afsal, and this time it is a different person. He's also from India. Go over them. So these people have been trading and under his mentorship for a while, and then they started their own investing. All these people have something in common. They all belong to one particular mentorship program, which some point of time they have taken. Maybe they have taken more than one program, but they all attribute their success to this particular person called Mark Minervini. Now, what we want to learn about Mark Minervi, it is very much available over the internet. It is like available in so many YouTube channels, and so many versions are available. Now we look at what are the core points that Mark Minervi looks for when he chooses to invest in a stock, or yeah, he mostly invests in stocks. So he looks, calls something called specific entry point analysis, which also combines a lot of fundamentals along with the technicals. So it's very simple. Okay, so he looks for stocks which have earnings surprises, or sales surprises, something that marvelous happens in the company, and then he picks those stocks, filters those stocks, and then he waits for those stocks to make a big move. So let's say, we take an example from India. So we all know Ashapura Mineral Chemicals has been never been able to cross 150. I have 170 maybe. I've been trading this for a while. I know it was struggling to cross that. And finally, it's because we all know that this company has a lot of bauxite resources in the world. In fact, they say it accounts to some percentage, like in two digits of the total bauxite that's produced around the world. And that's a good thing about the stock, but it never went up. And finally, last year, the revenue started picking up. So you can see that in your screener, and you can look for the quarters. And clearly, in the last few years, it has been picking up pace. And finally, in 2022, it finally crossed 500 level. The sales alone. The profit was still not so impressive. They have been the margin was good, everything was good, but the stock did not react. Now finally, in July, after the result, if you go to the result was like 1,000 crore. That's one of the things you have to look for, the highest sales growth ever. So this company is now ripe for moving. Now, do you really enter it? No, not at that point, because we have so many stocks which have phenomenal fundamentals, but the markets or the institutions do not respect it. Until the institutional money flows into any stock, it is not one of very wise to own them. Yeah. So you see, the stock has to break from a base with very huge volumes. So volumes are very important here. And then they have to consolidate for a while. So that is very important. So here you can see that consolidation. So Mark Minervini calls this volatility contraction pattern, or VCP in short. Then he buys the next move. He also has stop loss. He cuts losses very quickly, which is like one of the things you have to follow. But he also lets them run. Now, this is a different version of what other people say. Or some people ask as to cut 30 to 40% of your position after a few days when there is a huge spike, and let the rest run with the stop loss of 50-day moving average. So that's all about this technique. You can filter out so many stocks based on your screens, the highest quarterly profits ever, then look for phenomenal moves in the last 3 months, then wait for them to consolidate, then buy the next move. So for example, Crest, okay, it moves, consolidate, moves up. Yeah, that is how this pattern works. But you have to actually study the pattern of the so many stocks. This Mark Minervini, he says he has 4,000 books in his library. Maybe you belong to a different era. We all belong to a different era where we are so immersed in YouTube. It is okay, but you still have to do your homework and then come back and invest. Start investing with your uh, own setup and own system. Then follow it very strictly. But there are so many takeaways from this particular trader. He has made millions of dollars in 2021. He proved it to the world that he could make 300% return with the hefty capital. People do it with, if you look at other, the minimum amount is $20,000 for that championship, but he proved it to the world with $1 million account. That's a huge thing. Um, with $1 million, if you can make this kind of return, like, then you must be really big, right? Because you are proving it to the world. So this is one of the reasons we want to study that, what he does and all that. He has 3 books. He does, he cuts those losses very short. He has been featured in stock market wizard books. If you look, read his story and and couple his combine his fundamental uh, elements in filtering out stocks, and I think that there is a big probability that you can succeed consistently. And one of the reasons that we talk about swing trades in this particular channel is that uh, so many people are so stuck up. They feel stuck up that they don't really enjoy the work, but they want a consistent income. How do we do that? Because long term investing is a different game. So swing trading is the only way. Maybe month to month you may not be able to make it, but at least on the quarterly basis, if you are making it or supplementing your existing income, and you can prove it yourself for a while, then eventually you can actually quit your day job and do something, pursue your interest while the trading part takes care of the money. So yeah, we'll just talk about so many other forms of trading which are different versions of the same style. What we see, Mark Miller calls VCP, John Carter calls as squeeze. Okay, and there are other people like Christian Kola maybe, who also exactly do the same thing, but they don't care about the fundamentals. So we'll talk about those traders whose styles which we can copy and do it can actually supplement our monthly income. So that is the whole point of talking about this particular thing. I'll put this in a playlist so that when you refer it in the future, then you will be able to pull out similar traders whose styles you can replicate in your swing trading. So yeah, we'll come up with more videos like this. To support our channel, you can comment and yeah, pass it to your friends. Like, yeah, anything you find. Yeah, we'll keep adding videos, new videos every week, or like whenever I find time, I'll just start adding so that you can also comment on any specific topics. See you soon in another video. Thank you very much.